Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be discussing about the immune response. This is a very highly requested video and I hope you all find it really helpful. Immune response refers to the highly coordinated reaction of the cells of the immune system and their products. We all know immune responses are of two. They are under two sects, that is humoral or antibody mediated immune response or cell mediated immune response. The humoral or antibody mediated immune response is also known as AMI, and it is responsible for secretion of antibodies or immunoglobulins. These are secreted by the B lymphocytes. Therefore, these major principal cells of AMI are nothing but the B lymphocytes. The next sect is cell mediated immune response, also known as CMI, which is under the TC, that is cytotoxic T cells, which secrete cytokines. The function of CMI and AMI are very interdependent, that is, they do not function independently. As we all know, the CMIs they secrete cytokines which further activate the B lymphocytes to secrete antibodies. This proves that they are interdependent and they cannot function independently. Also, we know that the events that occur to prove CMI and AMI are interdependent are that the first step in all the immune response is the antigen presentation to helper T cells. Now, T helper cells are majorly involved in the activation of CMI. Therefore, antigen presentation cells or APCs are responsible for processing the antigen and presenting it to the T helper cells. The antigen presenting cells are of two types: professional and non-professional antigen presenting cells, out of which the professional APCs or the most important ones are the dendritic cells, macrophages, and the B cells. B cells' role in APCs will be explained in further videos. Now, the antigen presenting pathways are of two types. There is cytosolic and endocytic pathway. As we all know, when an antigen or a pathogen enters the body, it is taken up by these antigen presenting cells which process the antigen and present it to the T helper cells. And the T helper cells further activate the cell mediated immune response and activate the cytotoxic T cells, which release cytokines which further activate the B lymphocytes. B lymphocytes then secrete antibodies which kill the antigen. This is the basic skeleton of all the immune responses that occur in our body. Now, the antigen presenting pathway, as I told you, is of two types, and cytosolic and endocytic. The cytosolic pathway is responsible for all the endogenous antigens, such as the tumor cells that are present in the body and all the intercellular cells that can cause cancerous lesions or any kind of attacks that are only solely present inside the body. These are presented along with the MHC class 1 molecules to the CD8 T cells. Now, once the endogenous antigen, such as all the intracellular cells, they are such as viral antigens and tumor antigens, they are processed and they are presented along with MHC class 1 to the CD8 T cells, or rather you can say cytotoxic T cells, TC cells. And the endocytic pathway is responsible for all the exogenous antigens. Exogenous antigens such as bacterial or toxins, etc., that are present outside the internal body. These exogenous antigens are complexed with MHC class 2 and then presented to T helper cells. One important thing that we have to note is the TC cells or cytotoxic T cells, they only respond to APCs that have MHC class 1, and the T helper cells respond only to the APCs that have MHC class 2. So whenever there is T helper cells, you must remember that the APCs must have MHC class 2, and whenever there is MHC class 1 present in an APC, then it is important to remember that the cytotoxic T cells will respond to it. Now, I have a brief chart to explain this in detail. I hope it's visible. Yeah. So in this, we can see the difference between the endocytic and the cytosolic pathway. Now, concentrating only on the endocytic pathway here, we can see there is an antigen that has entered the body. This is a germ. that is internalized antigen which is digested by the cell. Now we must remember endocytic is only for exogenous antigens, that is antigens that are present outside the body. Now this bacteria as such has entered the body, and now we can see it is processed by the APCs that contain class 2 MHC molecule. Class 2 MHC molecule presents it to T helper cells, that is this. And we must remember that the class 2 MHC molecule always bind to CD4 portion of the T helper cells. It's important to remember that T helper cells, they display the receptor CD4, and the toxic T cells, they display the receptor called CD8. So CD4 is for T helper cells and CD8 is for TC cells or cytotoxic T cells. Now, as I was telling, endocytic pathway, the antigen, that is the external bacteria, has entered the body. Then it is processed by the antigen presenting cells through the endocytic pathway, and it binds to the T helper cell, that is through class 2 MHC molecule, which binds to the T cell receptors and CD4 receptors. Now, this activated T helper cells further causes the activated T helper cells, they secrete cytokines which activates the B cells and also activates the TC cells. TC cells that are major activators or principal cells of the CMI, as I explained. Now in cytosolic pathway, it is nothing but any that is endogenous endogenous antigens, such as all those intracellular antigens such as viral antigens which bind to class 1 MHC molecule of the APC. So APCs which process the endogenous antigens, they bind to the TC cells via class 2 MHC molecule. They bind to the CD8 receptors, and that further causes activation of the TC cells, which causes release of cytokines, and these cytokines activate the B cells, which cause formation of antibodies through the plasma cells, which kills the antigen. So this is the basic brief idea about how the immune response works, and everything in further detail will be dealt in the next video. Thank you for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe.